And today we will study quadratic equation for class 10th. This is demo lecture for motion. Okay, so let's start. In polynomials we have studied about the different type of polynomials like singleton polynomial, monomial, right? So there is a special case quadratic polynomial. So what is quadratic polynomial? If you talk about the quadratic polynomial, so this will be ax square plus bx plus c. Ax square plus bx plus c. This is quadratic polynomial. The maximum power of x is 2. The maximum power of x is 2. Okay. But today we have to learn quadratic equation. Okay. So if you want to make this polynomial as equation, you have to equate to 0. If you write ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, so this will become now this will become quadratic equation. Now this is our equation. Okay, ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are constant. A, b, c are constant. Okay, one more important thing we have to understand: a should not be equal to 0. A should not be equal to 0. Why a should not be equal to 0? Because if you put a equal to 0, this term will be 0. If just think, if a equal to 0, then ax square is equal to 0. Okay, so if you remove this ax square, so what will remain? Bx plus c. So this will be linear equation, not quadratic equation. Okay, that's why a should not be equal to 0. This is very important. Now second thing, we have to understand how to compare and find out the value of ABC, constant term. Okay, so let's take an example. The 2x square plus 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, just we have take example, 2x square plus 5x plus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, so if they are asked find out the value of ABC, right? So now compare. We have to compare constant with constant, single term with single term, and square term with square term. Okay, so how we will check? This is x square. Okay, so coefficient of x square is a. Coefficient of x square is a, and here coefficient of x square is 2. So we can say the value of a is 2. The value of a is 2, right? Similarly, you can see the coefficient of x is b, and coefficient of x is 5, right? So finally we can say b is 5. B is 5. Similarly, c is 7. C is 7. Okay, so in this way we can compare. Okay, you have to remember, we have to include the sign also. Okay, if any term is given, any value is given negative, so we have to include that. Okay, just take an example. So this is our first question. Second question, minus 3x square plus 7x minus 8 is equal to 0, right? Now just compare. So in place of a, see what is here? It is minus 3. It is minus 3. So a will be minus 3, right? B, in place of b it is 7. So we have to write 7. B, in place of b it is 7, and in place of c it is minus 8. Minus 8. Okay, so this way we have to compare. Okay, first thing we learn a should not be equal to 0, and second thing we have learned how to compare the quadratic equation. Okay, now third thing we have to learn, if they will give you any terms, multiplication of term or any other question, and they can ask like check this is quadratic equation or not. Just take an example, x plus 3 into x plus 5 is equal to 2x x plus 7 or x plus 1. Okay, they can ask check this is quadratic equation or Not. Okay, so let's check. How will you check? If you directly see x into x square, yes, it can be quadratic equation, but we have to be careful about this type of question. Okay, so first we will do multiplication. Okay, sometimes what will happen, x square can cut, x square term can cut, so it can be quadratic, it can not be quadratic, right? So first we have to solve, then we can answer the question. Okay, let's solve. X into x, it will be x square, x into x square. 3 into x, 3x. X into 5, 5x, plus 3 into 5, 15, equal to x into x square, plus 7 into x, 7x. X into 1, x. 7 into 1, 7. Okay, we know the process, how to multiply. First term with both two terms, then this one again with other, right? This way, this one with this, similarly this with this. Okay, so in if there is this type of bracket, so we will get 4 terms. Okay, see carefully, x square and x square both are opposite direction, we can cut. Now 3x plus 5x, it will be 8x plus 15 equal to 7x plus 8x. Even this term is also cut, but we don't need to solve further, we have to check. We can tell this is not a quadratic equation, right? Because 8x will also cut, so this is nothing. Okay, so this is not a quadratic equation. So this type of question we have to multiply and we can get. Okay, second thing, how many solution of quadratic equation? Okay, so this is quadratic equation, maximum power of x is 2, so there will be 2 solution, okay, so let's solve any question. X square plus 8x plus 15 equal to 0. 15 equal to 0. I took very simple question. Okay, we will solve by splitting middle term, okay, so how to solve? Multiply first and third term, x square term and constant term. Okay, so 15 x square equal to 15 x square equal to, how will you solve? So the rule is you have to find 2 terms in such a way that multiplication should be 15x square and addition should be the middle term 8x. Okay, so if you want to find 15x square, so we have to take 5x and 3x. 5x and 3x are such term, if you multiply 5 into 3 we will get 15x square, and if you add 5 plus 3x you will get 8x. Okay, so instead of 8x, next time we will write 5x plus 3x in this question, not everywhere. So x square plus 5x plus 3x plus 15 equal to 0. Okay, so this way we already solve how to make pair and take common. So from first pair x square plus 5x, we can take common x. See, x is available in both term. From here what we can take common? 3 is available in both term. Okay, so take common x. Inside the bracket x plus 5 plus, if you take common 3, so you have to write 3 5 to 15. So inside the bracket you will get x plus 5. You have to remember, in both terms you have to get the same term in bracket, x plus 5, so x plus 5. Okay, so this is same, so I will write in single term, single bracket, and other will be x plus 3. Okay, so now solve. X plus 5 equal to 0, so x will be minus 5. If you transfer it will be minus 5. Okay, x plus 3 equal to 0, so x will be minus 3. X will be minus 3. So this way we solve the quadratic equation by splitting middle term, right? Now I will solve one other type question a little harder. So I pick one question, 3 root 3x square plus 10x plus root 3 equal to 0. So second question is 3 root 3 x square plus 10x plus root 3 equal to 0. Okay, that type of question earlier we did, that one is simple, but this is a little harder. Okay, so let's solve. The rule is same. We have to multiply first term with third term, the x square term and the constant term, right? Then we have to find the two terms in such a way that multiplication should be the product of this, okay, and addition should be the middle term, right? So just multiply first. 3 root 3 x square into root 3. So root 3 will be 3. 3 into 3 9 x square. So we got 9x square, right? So our final product is 9x square, okay, and middle term is 10x. Now we have to pick two terms in such a way that product should be 9x square and addition should be 10x. So 9x into x will be 9x square and 9x plus 1 will be 10x. So 9x into x and 9x plus x will be 10x. Okay, so instead of 10x, now we will put 9x plus x. Okay, let's solve. So 3 root 3 x square plus 9x plus x plus root 3 equal to 0. Now from here we can take common x. Also we can take common other term. Okay, let's see what we can take common. So if you take common 3 and x, inside the bracket there is x. We will see about this. Okay, 3 is common, so inside the bracket there will be 3, right? But if you again pick one more root 3, right, so there will be root 3, right? You can see this way. 9 can be written as 3 into 3 and 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3, right? So we pull out this 3 root 3 outside, so inside the bracket there will be root 3. Okay, so 3 root 3 is common, that's why I was explaining this way, and inside the bracket there will be root 3 only, right? Now see, x plus root 3, nothing is common, so we will write only plus 1, x plus root 3 equal to 0. See, in both term this part is common, x plus root 3, so we will write in single bracket, and in second bracket we will write 3 root 3 x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, so from here we can find x plus root 3 equal to 0, so x equal to minus root 3. Okay, and this we can calculate 3 root 3 x plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, if you want to find x, 1 we have to transfer, right? So 3 root 3 x equal to minus 1, so x will be minus 1 upon 3 root 3, right? So x will be minus 1 upon 3 root 3 and one value is x equal to minus root 3. Okay, so this is also important question. Now we will learn what is the application of this quadratic equation. Okay, so just take any simple example, like there is a rectangle. Okay, there is a rectangle and the width of the rectangle is x, okay, and length is more than 4 more than the length. Okay, so and now they can give about the area. They can give area is 140 centimeter square. Okay, so they can ask width and length of the this rectangle. Okay, so how to solve? Actually they will give you this way, like length of any rectangle is greater than its width by 4 centimeter. Okay, so we will assume width as x and length will be x plus 4, right? So area is already given 140 centimeter square, right? So we already know area of rectangle is L into B or L into width B, right? 140. So what is length? Length is x plus 4. This is a length, and width is x centimeter. So if you multiply x inside the bracket, x plus 4 is equal to 140. Now let's multiply x into x square plus x into 4, 4x, transfer this 140 minus 140. Okay, again we already learned how to solve the quadratic equation by splitting middle term. So the rule is, if the product should be the term from first and third, okay, and addition should be the middle term, right? So let's solve x square and minus 140 we will take including sign minus 140 x square, right? Okay, so just think, so mine 14x into minus 10x, 14 10 ja 140, and if you subtract or add 14 minus 10, right, so you will get 4. So 4x, how will you get? 14x plus minus 10x, so you will get 4x, right? So our two terms are 14x and minus 10x, right? We have to be careful to choose these terms, right? For 140 we have to get 140. So what we have to do? 14 into 10. If you take any other value, right, like 5 into something, so our question will be wrong, right? If you take in place of 140, you can take 28 into 8, but this will be wrong. Multiplication should be 140, but subtraction or addition will not be equal to this middle term, right? So this is our two terms, 14x and minus 10x. Okay, so let's solve. Now x square plus 14x minus 10x minus 140 is equal to 0. Okay, now take common x. So if you take common x plus 14, right? From here what we can take common? Minus is common from both term, right? And 10 is also common. So if you take minus 10 common inside the bracket, x plus 10 4 ja 4, 10 14 times 140. Okay, so x plus 14, and in second bracket x minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, now x plus 14 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 14. Okay, for if you directly solve the quadratic equation, you can take x is equal to minus 14 as your answer, but here we are solving the lengths, okay, and length can't be negative, so we can't take x is equal to minus 14, right? So other option is x minus 10 is equal to 0, so x will be 10. So this is our answer. So width is 10, width is 10, and what will be the length? Length of the rectangle will be 4 more than the width, so 10 plus 4, which will be 14 centimeter, right? So this is our answer. Okay, okay, let's solve one more question. So there is given altitude of any right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means one angle should be 90. So in a right angle triangle, altitude is 17 centimeter. Okay, and base is 7 centimeter more than the height. Base is 7 centimeter more than the height. Okay, so let's solve. So if you say base is 7 centimeter more, so we have to take the altitude or the perpendicular height as x. We have to take perpendicular height as a x, and they are saying base is 7 centimeter more than the height, so x plus 7 will be the base. X plus 7 will be the base. Okay, now again using Pythagoras theorem we can solve, we can find out the value of x. Okay, so what is the Pythagoras theorem? Is square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the height, square of height of the others. So 7 we can add like this. So we can write AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Sum of square of other two sides is equal to the hypotenuse. So AB is x square plus BC is x plus 7 whole square is equal to AC is 17 square. Okay, now we can solve this x square plus this is identity x plus 7 whole square. So what is the whole square of a plus b? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So if you open the square you will get a square. A square means x square plus b square means square of 7, it will be 49 plus 2ab. So 7 to the 14 into x, 14 x is equal to square of 17. Square of 17 will be 289. Okay, x square and x square, it will be 2x square plus 14x. Now bring this 289 left side. So 49 minus 289 is equal to 0. 2x square plus 14x. Subtract this 49 from minus 289. So you will get 240, minus 240. Okay, see, in every term 2 is common. Otherwise we can take 2 common or divide by 2. Okay, so divide by 2. So x square plus 7 minus 120 is equal to 0. X square plus 7x minus 120 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's we have to find out the two terms. Okay, so let's solve. So our term equation is x square plus 7x minus 120 is equal to 0. X square plus 7x minus 120 is equal to 0. Okay, so how to find? Now I am explaining here how to find the two values. So first we have to take LCM. How will you take LCM? So 2 6 ja 12, 0, 2 3 ja 6, 2 1 ja 2, 2 5 ja 10, 3 5 ja 15 and 5. Okay, now write all the terms 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Okay, so now from here we have to make such type of pair, and we have to pick two terms. Okay, multiplication should be this 120 and addition should be 7. Okay, so see carefully, make any product. How will you choose? So 5 into 3 15, 2 into 2 into 2 is 8, and 15 8 ja 120, and if you subtract 15 minus 8 you will get 7x. Okay, so our first 120 into x square is 1 minus 120 x square. So our term is 15x into minus 8x. 15 8 ja 120. Okay, and if you subtract 15x minus 8x you will get 7x. Okay, why we are not taking minus 15x? Why? Because we have to get positive 7x. Okay, if you want to get, like, if there is minus 17, so we have to write minus 15 plus 8x. Okay, but this is according to question. So here we will take 15x and minus 8x as these in place of 7x. Now x square plus 15x minus 8x minus 120 is equal to 0. Okay, same way now make pair. So x is common, so inside the bracket x plus 15, or here a minus 8 is common, so x plus 15 is equal to 15 8 120. So in one bracket we will write x plus 15, in second bracket we will write x minus 8 equal to 0. Okay, now find the value. So x plus 15 is equal to 0, so x will be minus 15. Okay, again I told you length can't be negative, length cannot be negative, so what we have to take? Positive. Always we have to take positive value. But normal quadratic, if they will give you normal any quadratic question, okay, so there will be two answer, right? So x minus 8 will be 0, so x is equal to 8. Okay, so what will be the other value, right? So I told you, so this is x, the altitude or perpendicular is 8, and I told you the base or shadow of any tree was 7 centimeter more than this. So this will be 8 plus 7, it will be 15. So base will be 15 and hypotenuse is 17. Okay, and this was right angle triangle. So 8 and 15 is our answer. So 8 centimeter, height will be 8 centimeter, and base will be 15 centimeter. Okay, so this way we solve this type of questions. Okay, now one more important thing in quadratic equation, there is a quadratic formula. This quadratic formula is known as Sridhar Acharya formula, the great Indian mathematician who made this formula, right? So this is also known as quadratic formula, but the real who made this formula? Sridharacharya. This is also known as Sridharacharya formula. Okay, so what is the formula? If there is any standard quadratic equation is given, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, and if you want to find the value of x, so formula will be x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. X is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac is equal to 2a, right? So this this is also we can solve. Okay, in starting we took a question, x square plus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0, right? So let's try to solve this way. Okay, let's solve. So x is equal to minus b is 8, right? Minus 8 plus minus under root b square of b means 8 square, so 8 into 8 will be 64. 8 into 8 will be 64, so let's write 64 minus 4ac. A is coefficient of x square is 1, so ac will be 15 into 1 will be 15, but you have to multiply with 4 in this is in formula 4ac, so 15 into 4 will be 60, right? 15 into 4 will be 60, right? Okay, and 2a, 2 into a is 1, so you will get 2 only. Minus 8 plus minus, see carefully, inside the under root 64 minus 60 you will get 4 only. 64 minus 60 will be, you will get 4, and square root of 4 is 2, so we can write 2, okay, upon 2. Okay, now you can understand why there is two sign, plus and minus, because this is quadratic equation, and quadratic equation you will get two solutions. Okay, so one time we will take positive sign and one time we will take negative sign. Okay, if you take positive, what will be? X is equal to minus 8 plus 2 upon 2. Okay, so you will get minus 8 plus 2, you will get minus 6 by 2, so finally you will get minus 3, right? Now take negative sign. Okay, So if you take negative, so x will be minus 8 minus 2 by 2. Minus will be plus. Minus 8 minus 2 will be minus 10. Minus 10 by 2. So you will get minus 5. Right. So this will be our answer. Okay. This will be our answer. Okay, so this was my demo session. Thank you.